Good rising. Just getting the chime set up. I'll be right back. Well, I'm here. I'm just going to be over here. Hello, I'm here. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this is going to work today. I mean, it has to work today. What? Is this on? Good rising. I'm not sure if the internet's working today. Thank you. All right. I'm just setting up these chimes. Start in just a moment. Hopefully, break anything. Good rising, great awakenings. I say good rising not because the sun is rising, but because we're rising in consciousness and raising our frequencies. Maybe I should say a good raising instead of good rising. Okay, that's there. All right, just about 2 more minutes and then we'll be set up here. What's going on with this today? There we go. I've got to remember when it's cold, I've got to leave a little extra time to get ready because of the cold. Got other things I need to do. Connection failed. Why is the connection failing? This is really not good. Oh, now. Okay, great. All right, so this is another edition of Good Rising TV, Wellness Wednesday. In a late start setting up these chimes today. Oh, good, here's my list. But I'm here. It was brought to my attention that I've been focusing on the chimes so much. I haven't been doing my own self-care. So that was interesting. I have to do everything. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is not the right order. Okay, sorry. Just two more. Can't even see the chimes. Oh, there you can see one of them. Thank you for joining. I'm just getting ready to begin. Decided to do this at the last minute, of course. Okay. All right, let's go. Of course, I could have more set up, but this is all I got time for. Okay. All right, I'm ready to start. Good rising, great awakenings. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tachia, aka Reet, with Good Rising TV. This is Wellness Wednesday. I appreciate you for stopping by and participating and tapping the screen. So on Wednesdays, we go over the astrology chart, the sidereal astrology chart, 13-month sidereal, and then I do some chime sound healing. I do some self-care sound healing. Talk about some of my favorite books and different topics, different tools for healing. And so we're going to start now. And if any of you that are stopping in and you want to participate in the conversation, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to reason that you want to do the match game, and I'm not here for that. Okay, so let's start with this astrology chart that I have up behind me or on the screen share. This is a 13-month sidereal astrology chart. I get them from astroapp.com. You have to have a subscription to obtain the 13-month charts. And last week, I started to go around the whole chart and I only got halfway. Today, I'm just going to talk about a few fascinating or significant aspects from my perspective. I am waiting for Jupiter to move into the sacred hoop. I love it when the planets or the sun is inside of the sacred hoop. Those are the constellations of Gemini, the Great Dog, and Orion's Belt. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, and that's usually when I do the Cosmic Chimes and Chanting or the Cosmic Adorations. During these Good Rising TV sessions, I'm mostly just trying to talk to people and, we learn together. So I'm waiting for Jupiter to move into sidereal Gemini. That's when I know something is in the sacred hoop. But today I wanted to address Mercury has moved into Ophiuchus, which is the 13th constellation. Of course, it's not showing up on the TikTok chart, but on YouTube, it's this over here. This is the 13th constellation, Ophiuchus, which represents the healer in all of us. And Ophiuchus is the only constellation that represents the life. Oh, I forgot to turn on my light. The life of an actual human being. So it's really, I think it's really significant that we pay attention to what's going on with Ophiuchus. On the other light. Yesterday the sun was so bright I didn't need the light. It's different every day. Oh, it's like unplugged it. It's unplugged. Oh, there we go. So it represents a time for humanity. When people first became aware of it, it represents a time when humanity is ready to adopt natural healing practices instead of the allopathic ways. Thank you so much for your support, Reginald Serges. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Serges. Reminds me of Sergio. I'm assuming it's Serges. And so the fact that when you're looking at Ophiuchus, you're looking right into the center of the Milky Way galaxy. As I mentioned before, I'm a galactic girl. I'm into the Milky Way galaxy, not so much the sun and the moon like I used to be. So the fact that Jehuti, which is the cosmic mind, oh, thank you. The cosmic mind, the divine intelligence, is in the sign of Ophiuchus, which is Imhotep, which is the center of the Milky Way galaxy. To me, that means this is a very powerful time to receive communication from the divine regarding our health, which is what I really need today. And that there's a really strong message for humanity about health and healing. So hopefully, when I do this little cosmic chimes and chanting, it'll activate, because these are global healings. It's my effort to put out a powerful sound to the global community. So this would be to activate our determination to connect to the divine, to listen to the divine, our intuition about our health and healing. Like I got a message today from a friend that I need to get back to my root chakra clearing. And I had to admit that since I started working on my book and the home renovations, my sound healing room has been like all mixed up, and I have not been doing my own self-care with my sound. So I'm going to get back to that. And the other interesting thing that we didn't cover last week is in the sign of Sidereal Pisces, we have Neptune is still there, and the moon and Chiron. So it's a time to release emotions, and this will bring about our healing, basically. Releasing our emotions to bring about healing globally, because the whole world is going through a lot right now. So that's going to be the intention of this mini Cosmic Chimes and Chanting session. And then also, I also added the tone for Sedna and Set, because we're dealing with our ego and root chakra and financial freedom and security and stability. So that's what I'm going to be addressing in the first Cosmic Chimes and Chanting session. That's what I'm going to be addressing today. And then I also brought the sidereal chimes for defeating egoism and releasing guilt and doubt and fear and pain. So we're going to do those two to start us off. But first, how about the singing bowl? And when I do start the quote-unquote subscriptions again, it'll be for this. This is just like a taste of what we'll be doing during the classes and workshops. Like I said, I've got a late start this morning because it's kind of cold, and I had to take care of some things before I could come on here. It's not here. No, it's not. The regular mallet's not here. Hopefully this one works. So this is a beautiful crystal ball that's tuned to the note of G, or the root chakra. And like I said, I'm going to be working on the root chakra today and the constellations. This is not the right note. And I apologize, that was not the right note. All right, so I'm going to start the chimes and chanting. You can't see the chimes. Let's see if I move this. There we go. You see some of them. Okay. Wow, this is so interesting. All right. Well, YouTube can see some of them. Let me turn it this way. Thank you so much for tuning in, Locked Pilates Girly. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to start because the lights went out. Having so much fun. And we always start with Anpu, the opener of the way. So each one of these chimes is tuned to a different planetary frequency, and at kinetones and hemiscopes, they also have a Netarian correspondence. So I'm going to be chanting the names of the netters and some of their qualities and characteristics. Om Anpu. Since you can't see them anyway, I guess I'll put this back up. Oh, never had. Oh, so Tuan Pu, Tuan Abraham, Tuan Sasheta, Tuan Imhotep, Dua Jahuti, Dua Sena, Dua Sen. Nupuanku, Nupunebenhe, Nukusasheta, Nakusetna, Nakuset. I open the way for my feelings to flow and be released as I express my emotions peacefully. To bring about healing through my writings and my thinking, I manifest my healing. I manifest my spiritual victory over the material realm. I express my cosmic mind, not my ego. I choose my royal personality and defeat self as I release my emotions and feelings. I release my trauma as I conquer self. As the world goes through transformation due to the global enlightenment, as we come together in humanity to defeat, to conquer, to sublimate, tame, master and control the egoism that is infecting our world. As we heal ourselves and heal our lives, we bring healing to the world. As we heal ourselves, we heal others and help them to heal. Om Anpu. Om Neverhead. Om Sasheta. Om Imhotep. Om Jehuti. Om Sedna. Om Sed. Om Hatem. Om Hatem. Om Hatem. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, supreme peace. That's it. Just a reminder that self-care is really important. It's not just taking care of ourselves or working on our issues. It's really contributing to the global healing and well-being, which I somehow have forgotten. I get so focused on, doing the work to share the healing. I somehow forget to work on myself more often. Yeah, so that was good. That was a good one. Good, powerful reminder. So what you're looking at behind you is the 13-month sidereal astrology chart, and I apologize, it's so big you can't really see where the planets are. So let me just go quickly. I won't analyze it, but I will quickly. We just did cosmic chimes and chanting for Mercury and sidereal Ophiuchus, which is Jehuti and Imhotep. And then I did Nebuchadnezzar is sidereal Pisces with Neptune, the moon, and Chiron. Chiron or Sasheta, Nebuchadnezzar, and Imhotep in Nebuchadnezzar. So we just did a little bit of that. And then also I added Sedna, which is the goddess of violations and abuse from the Inuit tradition. And I added the tone for Mars or Set, to help us defeat our egoism. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts and for all the love, Candace Joy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. The chart isn't behind me on YouTube. Oh, why? Why isn't the chart behind me on YouTube? Thank you for telling me. Oh, I clicked the wrong. It said it was. I think because I had internet logged onto the internet, it may have taken it off. How about now? Can you see it now? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Ooh. Okay, there. Now I think you can see it. Okay. Yes. Okay. It was when I first got on. Okay. So, so you can see the moon, Neptune, and Chiron are in sidereal Pisces, and I did Mercury is in sidereal, was in Ophiuchus. That's what I did just now. I could have done more, but okay. Yes, it's there now. Great. Okay. And like I said earlier, I've been waiting for Jupiter to move into the sacred hoop, which is Gemini, Orion, and the great Canis Major. So it's on 2534. So I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for Jupiter to move. Okay, thank you, Constance. All right. Thank you, Candace Joy. All right. So if you sign up for Haduscope's astrology report, you can also sign up to receive a Cosmic Chimes enchanting session for your birth date and different chants that come through. Sometimes I think I should just chant the names of the nectar, but there's something in me that always puts through the their characteristics and qualities, so that can give it a little bit more energy. Yeah. And then also the full moon is coming up Friday. Is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday? It's 3 nights. And I am planning on doing a sound shower probably Friday night. It will probably be indoors. I don't think I'm going to go to the lake because it's getting cold. It's getting very cold here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Candace Joy. I'm so glad you all are here. All right. And then we also do some work with frequencies. Like these are the cosmic chimes. I'm sorry, you can't see them very good. I didn't have time to set everything up. But I also invested in the solfeggio frequency chimes. They don't fit on my setup yet. I'm working on it. But just because my I guess he's my new coach. I haven't had a coach in so long. He said, "Well, you need to be working on your root chakra." And I said, I worked on my root chakra every day for like 2 years straight, and I guess I just need to get back to it. So I decided to, in addition to the cosmic chimes, I decided to bring out. People always tell me that I'm a goddess, but I have to remind them, yes, I'm the goddess next door in her overalls, knee deep in compost, or the one that's just figuring everything out. I'm the goddess next door. And then last time I was on here, somebody busted me for using the term gods and goddess, and it's actually cosmic forces of nature, and they're so right, but it's just in English. That's what it is. I'm getting there. Okay, so these chimes are super long. Let me take this off. They're super long, like half my height. I might have to stand up. Okay. So the chime for the root chakra in the Solfeggio series is 396, and that is the goddess in this system, Selket. Selket stings my doubts and negativity. She protects me from my fears. Selket strikes when Set tries to take the lead by force. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stand up. And I have not heard the correspondence for removing pain. So I'm just gonna chant for Selket. Jua Selket. Jua Selket. Rapu Selket. Rapu Selket. I come to those in need of comforting, the needy and disheartened. I am calmness, stillness, and poise in times of trouble and strife. Selket protects me from my doubts and fears. Selket stings my doubts and negativity. When I feel pain, I'm releasing my ego. Selket strikes down the fetters of sin. Selket causes pain for the fetters of sin. Selket keeps my higher self safe and secure. Selket prevents my ego from taking control of my spiritual journey. To us, Selket. To us, Selket. Oh my goodness. Yes, well that was great for me because it reminded me that when I do feel when I get sad or down or emotional or doubting myself or I'm feeling pain about things from the past, I don't have to identify with that. That the pain is me detaching from my ego. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's the ego that's trying to pull me back. And I had forgotten that. So I really appreciate this mini tune-up. Um, yeah, that's what I've been going through for the past couple of days in my wellness journey is doubting myself because things aren't necessarily going the way that I thought they would by now, things like that. And I've gotten much stronger in trusting myself. You know, I haven't had this downward spiral in a while. Um, but yeah, that's the pain. The pain is my ego trying to grab onto me. It's not me trying to grab onto what my ego thinks. I hope that resonates with some of you. I wasn't expecting that. In fact, I'm gonna write it down. I already know it, I'm gonna write it down. The pain that I'm feeling is because I'm letting go of my ego. It's my ego, not my real personality. I showed that image before of it's called the Harufi. Oh, thank you so much, Locked Pilates Girly. Thank you for being here. Um, it shows the image of Heru with two heads. One is Heru facing one direction, and Set is facing the other direction. And I know there's a similar tradition. I'm not sure which Native American spiritual technology tribe it is from, but it's our choice. We can choose the royal personality, or our ego. And when it hurts, when something is hurting or disturbing, or when I'm doubting or trying to figure everything out, I'm listening to my ego. My ego doesn't want things to change. And so it's just keeping me there. And when I'm choosing my royal personality, the ego is trying to grab me. So I just have to learn, I have to remember to identify with my royal personality, not my ego, when it comes up. I mean, normally I'm identifying with my royal personality, but when the ego comes up, or when it's something my ego doesn't want, then I guess I notice that, I focus on that, and then I'm trying to fix that. Because what I realized as a manifester, um, and not a wage earner, but a manifester, I'm not really the one that's manifesting these things. I'm tuning into the divine cosmic mind of Jehuti. And if I get out of the way, if I trust, then it manifests. And if I doubt or trust my ego, it doesn't. Really appreciate you all for being here while I'm going on this journey. You all are with me on this healing journey. I think I've talked about on the spiritual journey and the Nigerian tradition. We all have a boat, and we're traveling on this boat through the ocean of consciousness and creating thank you so much, creating our enlightened lifestyle. And you've seen images where Ra or Haru is driving the boat, and then Set is at the front of the boat defeating the serpent of chaos. And when we forget who we are, then Set is able to take over the boat. That's the line. Set tries to take the lead against divine will. Those are affirmations from the Tep Simapat Neteru system of Kemetic or Egyptian yoga from Dr. Ashby's Temple of Shaitan Neter. And for level 2, there's these affirmations that you recite while you're doing the postures. And in the very near future, I will be teaching that class online and in person. Oh, Constance has a comment. She totally agrees. She decided to stop working and get evicted. Hard, painful decision, but so much happier today. I've been without an apartment for a weekish and loving it. Ooh, Constance, that sounds amazing. Yes, I'm living in a rundown, dilapidated building that I inherited, and I don't have to pay. There's no mortgage on it. I have to keep up with the insurance and property tax, but I'm working on the property tax. But I hear you, when you don't have to have that monthly expense for your living, it is liberating. It's challenging and liberating as well. Okay. So does anyone have any questions or comments about that? Galaxy Galaxy Mix just joined. Great to see you here. We just did a little bit of a mini cosmic chimes and chanting session for the current sidereal astrology alignment of the Neteru. And now we're going to move on to another subject. Where are we at with the clock? Oh, doing great. I brought some books with me today. Wait, there's something. Oh, I have to admit I have not added my products to my TikTok shop yet. However, you can buy them. I make these amazing tea chia medicinal salves. I have skin formulas. I have arthritis formulas. These are all formulas I developed myself. I have a bone wellness formula. It's the green one with Dr. Christopher's bone wellness formula. And the Superpower has all three. And they have a base of the tea chia medicinal blend from what I had in my medicine wheel garden in Northern California. I don't know what's going on with the garden right now, but I still got the formula from the garden. And put this chart back up so it's not just a white screen. So what else can we put up here? Oh, let's put the galaxy. That's a good one. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's try another. I guess I'm not ready for that. Okay, we'll just keep it there. Okay, we'll just keep it there. Okay. Yeah, so I hope to be adding them very soon to my TikTok shop. I can get them at my website, lightbeingwellness.com. Let's see if I can find it. Yes. And also, I have a special blend with herbs that I cannot mention on social media. It's a very magical herb. You might know about it. I just can't say the name. It's connected to the Great Dog constellation. It's connected to Anpu. Let's see. Oh, this is a nice background. See if that'll work. Oh, there we go. All right. So, Hazy Galaxy, I just put the galaxy up. Hazy Galaxy, if you would like to be involved in a conversation on health and wellness, just let me know. I invite you in. Uh-oh. It's not inviting. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so next thing I wanted to talk about some of my favorite books in healing and wellness. Of course, I'm sure you all are familiar with Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, right? That was one of the big catalysts for me becoming the person I am today. When I first started my healing, seriously beginning my healing journey, I was not really familiar with Comedic back then. I first found out about this book in 2001. When we moved to California, I was visiting one of my friends, and I saw this book on her book stand, and she let me borrow it. And then I bought my own copy. And in 2003, I had the great good fortune of having a one-on-one, what did she call it? It wasn't a workshop. I guess it was a consultation with Queen Afua, where you could, back then you could just call the number and she would actually answer the phone. And she had this thing where, because it has 9 gateways. It's It's a healing journey with 9 gateways. And I had a call with her once a week to go over the gateways. um, so if you're a woman on your healing journey, she has one, Heal Thyself, and she also has one for men now. I don't know what the title is. But if you're a woman, a biological woman, going through a healing journey from trauma that's stored in your womb. In our wombs, we store the trauma from our lives, and also the trauma from our bloodline. Everything that happened to our bloodline is stored in our wombs. That's why women sometimes get fibroids or tumors or infections, or some choose to have their womb removed. And it's because so much pain and trauma is stored there. And it could be your past life. It could be, from your great, 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 great grandmother who escaped enslavement or came over on a boat or survived the Trail of Tears. And we represent the generation that has the wisdom and the tools to release the trauma. Like I was talking about earlier with the chimes, releasing our emotions to bring about health and healing, not only for ourselves, but for the planet. When we do this healing work, we're contributing to the global healing. And like I said earlier, that's something that I had forgotten about. I was doing chimes and chant. Oh, thank you for joining my team. Thank you very much, Ms. N67. I've seen you on. Oh, thank you for the roses. I've seen you commenting on my posts, and I try to comment on your posts too. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that trauma that's trapped in our wombs, when we release it individually, we're also releasing it globally, because Mother Earth has been traumatized. Mother Earth has been abused. Mother Earth has been colonized, commercialized, monetized, invaded. And so, we're contributing to the global healing when we do our own healing work. And like I said, that's something I had forgotten. I was so focused on helping others. And I also had become discouraged by finances. And that's why I started that program, Open Your Money Flow. It's called Open Your Money Flow. This is a website, openyourmoneyflow.com. I have a special session on that where we're talking about how our finances are connected to the root chakra. And if we've had trauma is stored in the root chakra. Energy is stored in our womb, but if we're dealing with chakras, it's stored in the root chakra. And that's also where our financial freedom, stability, and security is stored. And so, like I said, I was working on this on myself for like 2 years, almost every day. And then for some reason, I think when I moved back here, I stopped. And so this is a reminder that you got to start again, because you got to get back on track. But the Open Your Money Flow program is based on the 40-day prosperity plan. I didn't write the 40-day prosperity plan, but I have my own, videos and affirmations, and then also the Netarian correspondences. So if you go to openyourmoneyflow.com, you can access the 40-day prosperity plan. And then if you want to get into the root chakra work, reach out to me. I haven't done the workshop or the group classes in a while, but I can do one-on-one. And I'm not a master of this technique. I've had amazing success with it when I keep it up, and then I get distracted and called away from it. So I'm not saying, look at me, I made $1 million when I went through this program. But every time that I have done it, I have had amazing experience, financial experience. And then I try to adapt it so that I was doing it every day, but it doesn't work that way. You've got to commit to the 40-day plan. But anyway, back to Kunapua. The root chakra work, healing the womb. If anyone is interested in that type of work, do check this out. And like what I usually do is I just open the book to a page and just read something, because I'm not trying to teach you this. I know she's starting a new program in March. I think it's a year program where you be certified in the work. But like I said, this is my first experience with having a Unitarian altar, and it was beautiful, beautiful experience. All right, so here we go. I opened it up to page 166 and 167 about our kitchen healing laboratory. And it's interesting because the same person that reminded me I need to do my root chakra work, he said, you need to do 5 days of just fruit. And I'm going to send you some. So I did one day yesterday. I'm going to do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Friday evening for the full moon, I'm going to do a ceremony and have the sound bath. Anyway, our kitchen healing laboratory is a sacred place where we dry our sister friends' tears with a steaming pot of mint tea as we smoke the air with jasmine for peace. Our kitchen healing laboratory is where we protect our children from illness and prevent unnecessary childhood diseases. We actively feed our children correct substances from our sacred lab, where food is our medicine. Through proper food education, we can single-handedly heal our mates from such afflictions as high blood pressure, strokes, and negative health situations with live juices and soups. We deal with strokes through herbal tonics. We help heal prostate conditions and depression with greens from the fields. When things don't go smoothly in your relationship, don't blame him. Just clean up from within. There's nothing wrong with him as a man or you as a woman. You are a divine couple by nature, wholesome, loved. What's wrong here is the fried chicken, spare ribs, and candied yams, the meat, the fat, the sugar that have us acting outside. The place where we heal all our afflictions is in the old way, in the kitchen of our ancestors, where foods contain the power to nourish bodies, minds, and spirits. Our grandmother's kitchen was a place where women sat around the stove and worked out and balanced their lives and relationships as they passed around red raspberry and goldenrod tea. They were just being natural women. They came together as sisters around food. They worked with their bare hands and compassionate spirits to heal their families. We must imitate these sacred women. We must heal our families during meals, reunions, and family outings as we pass around the food. We've come to a time where we must once again heal our families through the wisdom of the old kitchen. Make your kitchen healing laboratory a place where you and your family can experience inner freedom. Again, that's from Freedom Brewer, the sacred woman. And then here we go, basic equipment for the kitchen healing laboratory. We do not want kitchens with microwaves, places to eat flesh, fried food, or fast food on the run. We do want a healing laboratory used to heal yourself and your family with juices, live foods, and herbs. Here's the basic equipment that you will need to create a kitchen of the 21st century, one that has been resurrected from an African healing perspective. Juicer, cast iron pot, food processor, herbal jars with labels, sprout jar, wheatgrass juicer, blender, clay cups, stainless steel knife, nut seed grinder, strainer, stainless steel pots, wooden cutting board, inspirational posters, and images. Well, I certainly appreciate that reading today. Thank you, Star Prophet Mysteries, for tuning in. If any of you want to join in the conversation, and just let me know. I've stopped inviting people randomly because sometimes they want to play the match game, and I didn't know how to get it off. Sacred Woman was my Bible when I went vegan 9 years ago. Thinking of reading it again to help support my healing of fibroids and endometriosis. Oh my goodness, yes indeed. Well, you don't want to read it though, right? You don't want to read it, Constance. You have to practice it. This is not my original copy. My original copy is in 3 pieces. Like I said, my library was stolen when I moved to Chicago. This is a replacement. But I did everything in this book. I didn't just read it. I made every altar. I bought every herb. I bought every fragrance. I bought every essential oil. I bought to go through the gateways. Okay, yeah, go through the gateways. Yeah, don't read it. Just do it. Well, what I gathered from this little reading is even though I've been vegan for almost 40 years, and I have fairly decent health for someone my age, which I'm very grateful to be 63 and feeling this great. It is possible that when I don't have time to prepare a meal, I've stopped buying my produce from the grocery store, buy my produce at the farmer's market. But when I don't make time to prepare a meal, I do order some frozen foods from Instacart. And there is a Pepe's taco stand close by. And I do get French fries. That's my confession to you all. I am a health nut, but I also love French fries. And when I became a vegan, I said, I'm not going to be able to give up French fries and chocolate. So there's vegan chocolate ice cream. But this is a wake up call for me that I could do better. Like if I do break down and buy those, are y'all familiar with the Gardein uh, chicken nuggets? My daughter turned me on to those. Um, and so the other day I had some, but I also prepared stir fried vegetables. So I didn't just gobble them up. You're right, Constance. It's about the balance. I know there's some areas I could do better. I have all this equipment, um, so I know I can do better. Because it could be the foods that I was eating that led to my downward spiral, my mindset. And I haven't been making juice as much as I could be. Um, so that was a good reading for me. And any sisters, any women who are interested in cleaning their wombs, like Constance has some womb issues going on there. Um, it might be time for you to check out Sacred Woman. The 9 gateways. Let me just, what are the 9 gateways? I don't even remember them by name. I know what they are, but I don't know what she calls them. The 9 gateways. Well, gateway 0 is the sacred womb. So I guess there's actually 10. Sacred womb, sacred word, sacred food, sacred movement, sacred beauty, sacred space, sacred healing, sacred relationship, sacred union, and Nefer Atum, the sacred lotus initiation. I remember my initiation when I went through it the first time. I remember it very well. The main thing is it's about changing your lifestyle. It's about getting up at 4 a.m., doing the enema, doing the divine baths, and then making the juices and the teas. Some people have to really modify their diet, but I haven't left. I may have what's the word? Convenience. That's it. Convenience. I know one reason why I stopped cooking so much for myself, because I live alone. It's easier to just go get a taco and French fries. Is because it takes a lot of time to prepare beans and rice and vegetables and salad. And so one thing is working for me is I'll make the beans one day, and the next day I'll make the grain, rice or quinoa, and then another day I'll make the soup or the vegetables, and then on the final day I'll make the salad, rather than trying to do it all in one day. And that's been working really well for me. That's what's working the best for me, and I need to I can do better. And then another book, I just recently got this book, another book by Queen Afua, Impeccable Listening. I got to reconnect with her. She was in Chicago for the Kemetic Yoga Fest, and I had a booth, so I didn't go to her lecture, but I did get to sit down and talk with her. It's funny because, it's not funny, but when I went through the program with her back in 2003, oh, thank you, Constance. One of the sessions was about this dream that I had. And I had a dream that we were these are pinhole glasses, so I can read the letters on the screen. I'm not trying to block you. I'm going to take them off while I tell the story. I had a dream that we were in a tribal setting here on Turtle Island, and my sister was getting ready to give birth. She was in labor, and she asked me to go get water. So I went to the water to to the river to get water. And when I got back, the soldiers had come and had massacred my entire village, my whole family, the tribe. My sister was dead already, and the soldier was standing over her with a bayonet, and he was about to stab the baby because the baby was moving in the womb. It was about to go and be born, and now it wasn't. And he was about to, and I don't know how, but I ran, or I was transported across the entire massacre scene, grabbed the bayonet out of the soldier's hand, and decapitated him. Then I cut open my sister's belly, grabbed the baby, and cut the umbilical cord, and we just took off running. We took off running, and the last line of the song is "We're running until this very day." And she told me to write a song about it, and I did write a song about it. I did not record it and release it. She said it was beautiful. It's a beautiful song about a massacre, and I feel like it's time for me to release that song. It's time to release that song because it's in my womb. It's in my DNA. She said that wasn't a dream. That was a memory. It was a memory. And she says, I need to release it. At the time, I was making plans to go release my father's ashes at where he had instructed. And I was on the program with Queen Afua. So I was traveling with my family to Texas and then to this location. And I was wearing white. My in-laws were like, why are you wearing white? What are you doing? But yeah, so I'm gonna write that down. A beautiful song about the massacre. This is a great song. So this session's been good for me. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm really grateful. Oh, I don't remember the entire song. Hey, Farkas Belabil, thank you for being here. I know I can sing the first line. This is a beautiful song about a massacre. It might be like a memory or experience you've had before. That's all I remember. I'm gonna dig it up. And I'm gonna release it because it's time. Okay. You wore white for 3 years. Yes, I haven't done that. I have not done that. I think what I need to do though is get back to the basics and like all the convenience foods because they're so convenient. And like even with my teas, I buy boxes of teas and little tea bags. And I used to have all the herbs that I needed for healing, and I would just make my own teas. This is things like that I used to do when I had a family. I used to sprout, like all the things you said I used to do. I was doing it for my family, and I haven't been doing it for myself. That's just the truth right there. Okay, so this book, Impeccable Listening, is like level 2 of the Sacred Woman. She let's see, because I think, and like what my coach this morning was telling me, is because I'm, because of my diet, even though I'm vegetarian or vegan, I detox 3 or 4 times a year, but it's not like I used to when I would go raw more often, or I don't know. But that's why I have trouble. That's why sometimes it's hard for me to listen to myself. That's why sometimes we choose the ego over our real personality, because our ego likes French fries and our ego likes, comfort foods from when we were still eating a different way. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. And it's just time to get back to basics. I mean, I am 63 now, and it's worked for me this so long. I might as well, keep it going. Constance says, then I decided to go through a whole phase, and now I understand balance. I grew up in an evangelical cult, so my root chakra was way out of balance. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's powerful. I am blown away by your words, dear. Let's see. What about me? When I was 6 months old. I guess I got a vaccine and I had a severe reaction to it, so they put me on phenobarbital 3 times a day till I was 7. And then when I was a younger woman in grad school, someone slipped me a Mickey, and I was assaulted. And so my trauma is from being drugged against my will, and the early drugging affected my nervous system and my memory. So I don't really have any memories from when I was young. I have photographs. So I'm really like cut off from a part of myself, the part of myself that's deeply wounded. And so I went to see a hypnotherapist, um, but I need to just focus on where I am now and where I can go, because I was really trying to remember my trauma so that I could heal it, because I didn't know how to heal it if I don't remember it. Rosin, I think I know Rosin. Because if any of you are interested in participating in this conversation, just let me know. I've sent out a few invitations. I really appreciate you being here. Um, so I think I will just read a little bit out of this book. Is this where I read this time? No, okay. Oh, but when I read the book the first time, at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this 21-day plan because I know it takes 21 days to change a habit. And then I said to myself, that's gonna put you in some stress. You're gonna be stressed out, because I was in the middle of the renovation. I don't know if you saw my videos. Was vacuuming the paint chips off the walls, and I was focused on finishing my book. Like I get up at 1 a.m. and work on the book. And so I decided not to stress myself out on the 21-day plan. I decided to just incorporate her recommendations, because I have a good plan. I have a really good spiritual practice plan. I follow the Sirius sidereal calendar put out by the Earth Center. And when I follow that plan, everything is smooth, But like I said, I have to give myself some grace. My temple space is all discombobulated because of the work. And, I can come up here and meditate, but it's not the same. All my tools are downstairs. I'm bringing them up and down. It's just, so I just need to get back on track. But anyway, so I decided to just incorporate the changes into my life, and now I'm talking about my diet. I don't know what else. I mean, I don't eat a lot of junk food. I eat healthy junk food, healthy snacks. I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is I choose them over preparing food, because it's right there. It's like it's already prepared. It's open the bag. It's right there. It's not filled with toxins or anything. It's just not. I shouldn't just grab a snack. So we'll see. And I know that last week, Brother Patrick, he's not on here right now. I promised him I would do a special report on the moon, the second moon that's going to be visible till the 27th. And I apologize, I have not done that yet, Brother Patrick, but I am going to get to it before the 27th. I haven't seen it. The moon is too bright to see it right now. Okay. I'm going to read a few paragraphs from Impeccable Listening. Because if your system is clean, then you receive the guidance more directly. And my challenge has been listening to following the guidance. I'll hear it and say, that sounds great, but so I could do better. I mean, I'm doing pretty good about the property. I was advised to not sell the building, do not give up on my dream and move to Mexico and disappear into the jungle. Which is like, that's what I think about a lot. But I'm here. This is page 44. The dangers and the unconscious traps of the 400-year rabbit hole of not listening impeccably. One misguided decision, one mistaken move, and or wrong act can become a suicidal mission that may be almost impossible to escape and may take lifetimes to overcome. I feel like in a past life I had the same mission, but I did unalive myself. And I'm here this time to not do that, to fulfill the mission. Impeccable listening will get you out of the unconscious traps of crabs in a barrel, bullying, blaming, holding onto pain from the past, unforgiveness, and revenge. Fetters upset. These states of low vibration and low frequencies are a result of DNA transference in the bloodline and or social conditioning. These traps will keep you limited and small. Hello. They will hold you hostage by keeping multiple interwoven and interconnected unconscious traps present, which may eventually lead into deeper traps of no return. Stop in the name of your authentic self and in the name of self-love and self-preservation. Begin your recovery now. Access and reflect. So the 3 steps are ask, listen, act. Because an ancestor chose to say yes to a supposed man of God, my people have experienced generations of suffering and abuse to this day. This generational adversity has included systematic social injustice in medicine, food, education, housing, and mass incarceration, all of which are examples of modern-day slavery and continue to feed into the system of free labor. My aunt, who is from Monroe, Louisiana, is the keeper of my family's history. She shared my great-great-grandfather's story with me through my cousin Linda, who told it as revealed to her. According to Linda, my great-great-grandfather was born in Nigeria. As he was moving alone in his Nigerian village, my great-great-grandfather was approached by a preacher, a missionary in Nigeria. This European minister addressed and told my great-great-grandfather that he had something, quote unquote, something for him. This something led my great-great-grandfather to the beginning of the end. My great-great-grandfather was manipulated into a whole other reality from that which he knew and was familiar with. The minister delivered my great-great-grandfather to the slave castles or large commercial ports. He moved forward and entered. My great-great-grandfather, my ancestor, walked through the door of no return. My great-great-grandfather was duped and fooled. He was trapped on the slave ship. My great-great-grandfather was enslaved and confined as cargo. He lost his liberation and sovereignty. Ultimately, my great-great-grandfather was forced into a life of imprisonment. My great-great-grandfather was trapped into slavery for the remainder of his life over one decision. He was beaten, he was whipped, he was chained from his mouth to his ankles from sunrise to sunset. As a slave, my great-great-grandfather became just like cattle. His life became totally owned by another. He was branded as property, not viewed as a man. His body represented free labor for a southern plantation in America. Consequently, everything was stolen from him. His home, his land, his culture, his food, his family, his medicine. For the last 400 years, my people, as well as myself, have been struggling to overcome the traps of slavery, both from the past and the present. For 400 years, my bloodline, like many of yours, has been trapped because of the slavers and because of chattel slavery. This consciousness of divide and conquer has imprisoned our people. Because of this system of free labor, my lineage and possibly yours has contributed to the building of cities, major corporations, and banks that run this world, with no return for the blood, sweat, and tears that have been spilled. I wonder to this day, when the missionary approached and apprehended my great-great-grandfather, did my great-great-grandfather listen impeccably in order to follow this supposed man of God? I think not. For that one experience, the lack of impeccable listening enslaved my ancestors for generations into a devastating trap, beginning at the door of no return, like many of our ancestors. Just a little bit more. This country, America, as well as Europe and the West Indies, were all built by black bodies. The time to break the unconscious traps and to dismantle the chains is now. Get liberated, become liberated, be liberated. With impeccable listening, we will receive supernatural guidance on how to rise above our limitations and our unconscious traps. We will receive protection from dangerous situations, toxic relationships, and social suppression. This guidance and protection are the impeccable listening, state of awareness, creating balance, and intentional living in all of our lives. This text, Impeccable Listening, will give you the tools and inspiration to reclaim your freedom from playing small or from choosing to be less than your greatest self. Impeccable listening is the road to liberation. Go now, go deep within, journey into the transformative realm of supernatural healing. With each day that you choose to live the life of impeccable listening, your freedom, your inner light will illuminate. Okay. So there's different exercises and questions that you answer, and you ask questions to yourself, and then you write down the answers. And of course, we all know that, but we don't always do it. So she this tool so to help us do that. For me, I've been so stressed, I don't eat enough. So I've been learning how to slow down to get out of flight or fight. Yes, that's it exactly. I don't eat enough. I don't eat enough. Yeah, that's it. Fight or flight. Yeah. I guess that's a sign that my root chakra is not functioning when I have this fight or flight feeling where I'll take time to walk to Pepe's to get French fries and a taco, but I won't make time to prepare food at home. I mean, I do that because I have to walk my dog. So I'm like, well, to walk my dog, we can just stop at Pepe's and I can eat, you know. So it's convenience. Um, okay, so she has here conscious, impeccable listening creates conscious, holistic miracles. Unconscious, impeccable listening creates unconscious traps. So we have a choice. It's the same thing as choosing our royal personality or choosing our ego, or choosing a healthy meal, or okay, my other weakness is popcorn. Like popcorn is great for me because I just put it on the stove, then I can leave and keep working, and then when I hear the popcorn is stopped, I can come back and eat it. And that's probably my biggest challenge right now is popcorn. Is not popcorn itself, but choosing popcorn over preparing a meal or ordering groceries or whatever. Is choosing popcorn because it's convenient. So here we have these choices. I take actions and things happen, or I almost not quite make my dream come true. I attract healthy people into my life, including a balanced mate, or I attract toxic people into my life, including inappropriate mates. Yeah. I experience balanced and unconditional physical, mental, and spiritual relationships, or I experience imbalanced and or conditional physical, mental, spiritual relationships. That one. I avoid interactions with verbally and or physically violent people. That I choose that one over. Or I engage with verbally and or physically violent people and experience a continued series of breakdowns. I make financially sound and profitable decisions, or I make poor financial decisions. I don't know if I make poor financial decisions. Rather, I'm scared of making financial decisions. I don't make them. I just don't make them. I do check in with myself, and I use the pendulum. I check in with myself and ask my spirit guides, and I get the information, and I do take action. I do take action on what I'm told, but I am I'm afraid of making financial decisions because it could go. I guess if I was really trusting myself, I would not be afraid of making a financial decision. So there, I must not be trusting myself, and I'm afraid of making a financial decision. This is like therapy, self therapy. Then the next one, I execute projects with success, or I struggle to complete projects. I'm struggling to complete projects, not because of procrastination, but because I have so many projects, and I give a little time to each one in succession. So some people have said I need to just choose one thing and not have so many projects, and I don't know how to do that. I did check. I struggle to complete projects, but I know the real deal. Um, I am mindful and disciplined with practicing the heart of impeccable listening. Ask, listen, and act. I am distracted and forget to practice impeccable listening. Yeah, I'm distracted. Forget to practice. Well, I guess I'm listening and I'm acting, but at the same time I'm acting, I'm doubting. So it cancels it out. Because I'm doing what I'm told, but at the same time, like, maybe I should just sell the building and move to Mexico, you know? So there's a little gray area for me with that one. This is an easy one. I am awake, conscious, and intentional. Yes. I fall subconsciously, unintentionally, and blindly into traps. Well, when I fall into a trap, it's fully conscious. I know that I'm putting myself in a trap because I'm doubting myself. Like earlier, self-care protects us from our fears. So I need to call on self-care. I need to work on my root chakra. Just a few more. I follow my intuition and my gut, which includes receiving all the abundance I deserve by being in alignment and maintaining my balance. Or I make poor decisions that are harmful to my well-being, including signing contracts that hurt me or giving away my intellectual property. Yeah, I just don't sign the contracts. I just don't sign them because if I have a good feeling about it. I actually check both of these because I do follow my intuition and gut, and I do receive abundance. It's just not the type of abundance that I was hoping for. So it's my ego. I just have to be grateful for the abundance that I have received. I trust myself. I lack trust in myself. So I've really worked hard on this. I've gotten much better at trusting myself. I would have to say that overall, I trust myself. I definitely have come I've come that far where I trust myself. I love myself. I trust myself. I know myself. It only took 63 years. But it's happening. And last but not least, I'm able to be still and silent, or I'm frenetic and constantly moving. I am able to be still and silent. So I would say I have, 50% of this covered. I could do more. I could do better, and I will do better. I will do better. So then she has the impeccable listening exercises and the moderate quest of impeccable listening, the inversion therapy, affirmation of antiquity, the super quest. It's got different herbal formulas and smoothie formulas, nutritional formulas to support us, spiritual baths, committing to impeccable listening as a way of life, 21-day 5 elements chart to unleash and activate impeccable listening. So, like I said, I only got up, I read through the book, I went through the exercises. I said, I'm not going to try to do a 21-day challenge right now. But I am committing to going back through here and seeing what else I can add to my lifestyle. Thank you for being here, Taya. Thank you very much. I'm just sharing things from my healing journey that helped me and reminds me to stay on this path, stay on this journey. And, instead of focusing on how I can help others, focusing on when I help myself, it automatically helps others. Because all I can do is talk about it and share my experience. I'm not professing to be an expert or a teacher or a master of anything, even though some people would say that I am. I don't really, what is that, the imposter syndrome? I'm not bragging about myself. I'm just telling you things that worked for me, and that if you're looking, you should try it. You could try it. So thank you very much for your comments, positive comments. Thank you very much. Thank you, Constance, for being here on YouTube channel. And if anyone, I have a few more minutes before I must depart. I always have my pendulum with me. If anyone has any yes/no questions, they want to receive any type of guidance. The only thing about these pendulum readings is they read your energy. It's not reading mine, it's reading your energy. And so if the universe tells you yes, then that's yes. If you ask the question, should I wear a green shirt today? And the pendulum reading says yes, and then you put on a white shirt, then that means you're not willing to listen to yourself. You're not willing to listen to your own energy, trust yourself. So you should only ask questions that you are willing to follow the answer. So I'm on here right now. Got a few more minutes. Wanting to know if anyone has any questions they'd like to ask that they're not, receiving the information that they would like, or they just want another perspective. Got this wonderful pendulum. Let's see if I got anything. Well, I already know what I need to do. I need to keep working on my root chakra, and um, I think that's really all I really need to do is keep working. Well, that's what I didn't do. I brought the tuning forks. I'll do that for a few minutes. Let's see, where are they? Oh, here we go. Okay. So when I do I have a piece of rubber, I put it on my leg, and when I do these little self-care tune-ups, energy doesn't know the difference, doesn't know time or space. So I'm working on myself, my body, my energy field. But since you're in this space with me, it's going to be as if I'm doing the work on you too. And it sounds kind of, like Constance says, woo woo. However, it's a real thing. And I'm doing everything. So I'm just going to do a little bit on my root chakra. I don't know if you can see. And it's going to be as if you are getting a sound healing treatment. Oh, this is an interesting perspective. So I got the rubber and just putting it on my root chakra. Let's sit back here. Oh, man, I felt better already. I haven't done this on myself in like 2 months. I've been doing the chimes and I've been working on other people into my heart. I've not been working on myself. So I have no one to blame but me for this. And then the grief points, releasing the grief. This is to connect us to the earth, grounding. So I didn't do like everything. I was in a hurry. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna work with what I got. All right, so we always start with Anpu, the opener of the way, and then I have Gab representing the earth and also the root chakra. Whew. Heart chakra. Oh. Like, how did I go so long without taking care of myself? Oh. First, I open myself up to the information I need to achieve the level of success that I had in mind, which is my ego. Like, there we go again. Oh. Yes, this is what I do when I'm doing my self-care. I just sit in a chair and just play my tuning forks on my chakras and different pain points. I didn't bring that one for some reason. I brought this one. Right? I'll put the one itself. I know I brought one. Okay, well, like I said, I'm just going to work with what I got. Obviously, didn't grab everything I needed. Oh, this would be great. All right, so I chose this one. This is Imhotep and Set, healing from egoism. And releasing the traps, getting out of the traps of my ego, traps that I set for myself. They say that adversity happens so that we'll turn towards the divine. Oh, that's a good sign. Ah. This egoism. You know, what I'm saying, I'm work with my block. Yeah, no, really not. Let's see how that. See, this is what I'm talking about. I gotta get my simple space back together because that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. It's called the high energy field. Right now, Chiron is in Sagittarius Nebuchadnezzar, so releasing emotions trapped in all my chakras, but I'm focusing on the root chakra. And then have I don't know I've got one. And I have Heru and Set. Yeah, Heru and Set, defeating egoism, choosing the royal personality over Set. Whew. Making sure that Heru, our royal personality, is driving our boat, not our ego. We don't want Set steering our boat because it'll steer us to ruins. And I don't mean the ruins in Kemet or Olmec land. It's like self-destruction. I'm feeling so much better. I can't believe that one. Oh, this is wow. This is what this is Jehuti in Hotep. Mercury is in Sidereal, was in Ophiuchus. So receiving cosmic divine intelligence that will take us to our healing, or what we need on our healing journey will come to us. As we look into the center of the Milky Way, the heart of our galaxy is Ophiuchus, from our perspective. I guess there's a black hole at the center of the Milky Way. Okay. All right. That's a good way to close out. And then, of course, we'll end with more grounding. Grounding. Okay. Well, this session was a healing session for me. I hope you all benefited from it. I just got off track. I give myself some grace, doing a home renovation project that's 20 years overdue and finishing two books. That's an accomplishment. I can't be too hard on myself. But now that I'm over those hurdles, it's just time to get back on track. And I told myself that on November 1st, I would get back on track. So that's what I'm doing. Alrighty then. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Again, my name is Tachia. This has been a presentation of Wellness Wednesday for Good Rising TV from the Light Being Wellness Center, Astrology Temple, Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central for our Natarian devotion on Thursdays, where we talk about the Neteru. We learn about the Neteru. We talk about different aspects of the Natarian spiritual practice. Thank you, Taya. Hope I'm saying your name right, Taya or Taya. Spiritual practice, and in the very near future, well, probably the winter solstice, we will start having subscription classes or sessions of the cosmic chanting chanting where we really organized. Taya, Taya, okay. Um, Cosmic chanting chanting, cosmic adorations for the devotion to the Neteru, and of course, the spiral dance medicine wheel, the indigenous medicine practice to activate the indigenous people of four directions to return to their spiritual traditions and come together and share the teachings so we can defeat Western imperialism and colonialism. What I learned today, took notes. The pain that I feel is my ego because I'm moving away from my ego, and my pain is like my ego's like, no, no, stay the way you are. Keep thinking about things in the past that make you sad. Don't think about your future. That's just my ego. And also the beautiful song about a massacre. I've got to go get it off my old computer and find the lyrics and go in the studio. And about my diet, like I'm not saying I'll never go back to Pepe's to get French fries and tacos when I'm walking my dog, but I'm not going to do that instead of preparing food. That's basically it. When I get home from something, I have to have something I want to do, like some chore or something. I'll just make popcorn, and that's what I'll eat for dinner. If I am going to get convenience food from Instacart, like those delicious Gardein um, chicken nuggets made out of pea protein, complemented with a salad or steamed broccoli or something, like Constance was saying, balance. I don't need to be extreme. I'm not going to give up French fries or vegan chocolate ice cream, but I should not make it my meal. Like sometimes I'll just have ice cream. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow for the Tyrian devotion on Thursdays. And if you're just into the wellness Wednesdays, astronomy, astrology talks, those are on Wednesdays. And again, thank you. And I had a new temple member today, and I really appreciate the tapping of the screen here on TikTok. It makes a difference. And I think I got some taps on the screen there at YouTube today too. And if Brother Patrick, if you're watching this replay, I have not forgotten about the request for a video on the second moon, and I will be getting to that today. Well, no, not today, because tonight I'm going to Pueblo Market. I will be getting it to it tomorrow. As long as I get it done before the 27th, I'm happy. Okay, thank you, Dua Hattab. Thank you so much. In life before trying sub only. I don't know what sub only is. I'll try that next time. I've never heard of that. All right, Constance. Well, I'm going to see you next time. Thank you very much for being here. I'm so happy you made it today. And thank you for sharing your story. Maybe we could talk about it sometimes. Peace. Stop sharing in stream.